Here we go. Here we go. Ready.
Now a first carry here for Robinson. Pass the 20 for a short gain, second down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Red, cycle. Ready?
Lance looking to throw it. And right away he lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Not only a fumble loss there, but a fumble lost on your first drive in your own territory.
Now you're dealing with a lot of stuff here because you feel bad going off the field because you gave up the football. How does your own defense feel now having to go out there and stop them when the momentum is clearly shifted in their favor?
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Cousins gives way to Cook. And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. This Washington defense, Charles, terrific in the victory a week ago.
Yeah, they held them to just 7 points. And if you rewatch the game tape, and I did multiple times, it was amazing to me that the other guys even got 7. They were absolutely dominating on that side of the football.
A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Here's Cousins. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
And that's football 101, isn't it? Tip your cap to the rookie. He knocked that one away, but he better not relax. They're going to test him all game long.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Defensively, they rally the troops to force 4th down after that 7-yard pickup back on 1st.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
4th down, field goal try coming, so Cousins is off, and on comes Greg Joseph for Minnesota. The kick by Joseph is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well, and kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback.
Here we go.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
You know, are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
The extra point by Sly is up and good, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Cousins to throw it this time. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you're doing a big way, and what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Lets it fly for Thielen. And this almost intercepted. Not sure he saw the free safety that time. But lucky, incomplete. That'll bring up 4th down. And here's Ryan Wright now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. This is taken deep in their territory. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And this offense, they've got it set up on the silver platter. 1st and goal inside the 10. So now just like that, things change dramatically. It's 1st and goal. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Andrew Booth picks it off. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw something away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away? It could cost them a ball game.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. This is caught inside the 15. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
Put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one. Force the incompletion. That'll allow him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick.
They're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And the Commanders are going to take over at their own 2-yard line.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that 3rd down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They take over here following the interception. That's the good news. The tough spot is the spot that they're in. That's inside the 5 in the shadow of their own goalposts here. 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Lance. Going right back to Dodson. So they'll get nothing out of that play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. To throw again on 2nd down, Lance. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24.
Striker, 3-3.
And they'll send the tight end in motion left.
Ready.
The first carry for the Memphis man, Antonio Gibson. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, 7-3 the score. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Drill, 52. Black shot.
The Lance now to throw. That's going to be caught downfield by McLaurin. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That goes for a gain of 31. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Throwing now is Lance. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
A Lance again here on 2nd and 10. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. It's a gain of 7 on the ground. 2nd down coming up.
Some good, strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Here's Lance. Sliding out of the pocket. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
Here we go.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. The Lance going to throw. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington. A great effort there. With a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Commanders go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
On 2nd down, Cook. And he'll power his way up near the 25. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Taken in at the 22. A nice punt, but a good run back as well at 13 yards. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10.
Ready.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence that they're going to put more points up on the board.
On first down, Lance. That would complete out to Dotson. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now Lance. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Here's Lance to throw it. He'll buy some time right. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. That's good for a gain of 6, second and goal. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. They'll go again from the 3 here on second and goal.
Ultra.
Lance looks to throw again. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. Touchdown! Brian Robinson Jr. from 3 yards out as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. The extra point by Sly is up and good, and the lead is up to 18 now. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Nwangu now from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. To throw on second and 10. Cousins. Complete. Jefferson to target. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
Good route here.
Cousins on first down. And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's second down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. To try again after the sack. Cousins. Open here, Adam Thielen. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. A first down throw for Cousins. He's going to find Jefferson open downfield. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A first and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
To the air again, it's Cousins. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now, just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. On third down, Cousins. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38.
Now Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts,
as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And that'll get the deficit down to 15. Maybe a little fortunate there. That was leaking a little, maybe leaking a lot, but he got it.
Yeah, he actually was able to make it work. How about the body language, though, right? As he watched that ball leak to the right, trying to bring it back in, and had just enough to get it done.
Let's go.
out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. And the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown, Washington.
Jahan Dotson
in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Commanders continue to pull away here in this first half.
Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead opens up now to 22 points.
Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything.
Lets it fly for Thielen.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play.
Nwangu now from his end zone.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
They look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive. But maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota.
Dalvin Cook, his third rushing touchdown on the year. And the Vikings come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Cousins will try and throw. It's caught at the 1. And he is not going to get in here. So the decision to go for 2 does not pay off as they're unable to cut any further into their deficit. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, to me, there was no question about the intent there, and I think he was a little fortunate that the penalty flag didn't come out for grounding. But he'll get away with it and get another shot on third down.
Off of play action, here's Lance.
And he finds McLaurin. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin with his 14th touchdown of the year, second of the game, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. This offense, they were dynamic in the first half. The halftime break, that didn't slow them down at all. Big strike here in the third quarter.
It's almost as if they were saying, it's not just our skill in the first half that's getting this done. It's confidence as well. And confidence has taken over this game in a big way. How about these strikes that we're seeing?
The extra point by Sly is up and good.
And that pushes the lead up to 23.
Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. Nwangu now from his end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Cousins now to throw on first down. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage.
Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Straight ahead, Gibson.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
And they fake the handoff. Now Lance checks this one down to Robinson.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup with someone trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
Completes it to Samuel. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Lance looking to throw it. Flushed out right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play, and he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it could be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Commanders will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. So they're able to capitalize there on the short field, and that might prove to be the score that turns out the lights.
The party's over. Oh, sorry about that. That's an old reference there, folks. But, yeah, they've been the better of the two teams by far, and that's great complimentary football right there. Defense gets the turnover, sets up the short field, and the offense goes right out and scores to open up a pretty sizable lead.
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. Nwangu now from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we...
Hey, we're good. Yellow. Where's that?
Cousins now. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. Oh, still brings it in off the tip here on the deep shot. Touchdown, Vikings. He's got them out now to a 3-score lead here in the 4th quarter after that one, CD. And well, he looked right off the line like he knew that that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, I think when you're leading by a healthy margin already, it actually loosens you up and allows you to take maybe a few more chances and definitely play with more confidence, because he certainly saw something he could exploit in the defense, and he made sure to let his quarterback know, just get it to me. And the rest was all up to him, and he delivered and made it a 3-score game.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would have, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event.
And the 3rd interception thrown by Cousins. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And the Commanders force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. The 1st and 10 here for Howell and the Commanders. At their own 27. They start on the ground with Robinson here. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
And he'll earn a couple of tough yards past the 30 to the 31. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this 4th quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the 4th quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. On the draw, it's Gibson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They give him 16 yards there, and it's a Washington 1st down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Robinson up the middle. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. 11 more on that one and another 1st down. Back to Robinson now on 1st down. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Second down and a run by Robinson. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. He's got a man complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 13-yard line. That one looks like he'll throw here. And he's got it. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say,
I'm playing to win. Back on the wall, I'm ready for war. If I beat them before, I can beat them again. They thought I was done. I went on a run and beat all the odds and got even again. Watch what you say, I'm not one of them. When I jump in my bag, I could jump out the gym. Take a look at my legacy. I gotta let them see I'm out here winning, cause I'm on a mission. Put me in the game, cause the way I'm feeling, I honestly do not see no competition. I gotta get it, so it ain't no quitting. We jumped off the benches and jumped in the trenches. No one is better than all of us, and that's why all of us been winning from the beginning. It's more than a game, don't play with my name. You come with your goons, I'm bringing my game. All of that talking just sound like a show. I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. You hear the crowd, they screaming my name. I got the stadium going insane. Done with the talking, it ain't no